We are live with another one. All right, we are live with another one, everybody. Happy New Year's once again. It's 2025. I believe this is my second video of 2025. Okay. Guys, I'm going straight into the topic. Jamal Hill, he is a jackass. Okay, Jamal Hill is beyond a jackass, actually. He is what you would call delusional. Okay, the guy is delusional, and I'm so happy that another fighter has actually called him out on it and is holding him accountable for his stupidity. Um, and that person will have to be. Hold on a second, guys. That person will have to be Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson just recently was on a podcast. Okay, let me read it. He was on the Overdogs podcast. Okay, and they brought up this whole thing, with Jamal Hill and the whole UFC PI situation where Jamal Hill approached Alex Pereira and went on to look, excuse me, went on to look just completely just stupid. You know what I mean? Just a complete jackass of himself, just making himself look even worse than what he already, is making himself look out. Excuse me, guys, I'm burping a lot. It's because I just ate. And, Jamal Hill gives me bowel movements, to be honest with you. The guy makes me sick. But I'm so glad that Michael Johnson, another, UFC fighter, you know what I mean, actually called out, Jamal Hill. And, in his words, his quotes, he said, "That's some clown shit." You know what I mean? That's basically what Johnson called Jamal Hill. He's for his antics at the UFC PI with Alex Pereira. He goes on and states, "I'm gonna be honest. Okay, this is Michael Johnson's words here. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Why even go over there and say anything if you're not prepared to do anything?" Very much true. Let me repeat that one more time. Michael Johnson makes complete sense. He says, "I'm going to be honest. Why even go over there and say anything if you're not prepared to do anything?" It made no sense. Like you walking over there to fight him. Now he's trying to get views, trying to act a certain way by jumping in his face. Honestly, he should have gotten hit by Alex. Like, why are you coming over here talking shit? This was Michael Johnson's comments on Jamal Hill's stupidity, guys. And hi, guys. If you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe. Okay, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It takes minimal effort. I always say this. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, so you might as well motherfucking do it, guys, okay? How you doing, guys? How you doing? Hi, blessings. Happy 2025, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's having a blessed one, okay? A good, strong start to your new year, okay? It just starts with a good step forward, guys, okay? Yo, what's going on? How you doing, guys, okay? Topic of discussion is Michael Johnson actually went in on Jamal Hill for his stupidity and his stupid ass jackass antics that he was doing at the UFC PI, man. He called Jamal Hill a clown, man. And you know what? Jamal Hill is a clown. I always thought he was a clown ever since he started beating people over Thanksgiving dinner. I think the guy's a jackass, to be honest with you. Um, I mean, he's also delusional. I'm just saying, it takes minimal effort to answer the question. It takes minimal effort to read the chat. I mean, I'm here. I'm reading the chat. You have not asked me any questions. Okay, Bronco, and don't come at me with that attitude so early in the morning. Okay, don't come at me like that. All right, you should come at me very positively and be very careful with your movements. Okay, be very careful with your approach. Okay. I'm just gonna state that really fast. All right. But guys, I honestly think Michael Johnson is right. He makes complete sense. You know what I mean? Why are you gonna approach somebody while they're training, and disrupt anything they got going on? To make things about you. It just makes no sense to guys. It just makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. That's why. Even before this, I thought Michael Johnson was an asshole and just total jackass. Uh, but now, guys, he's even worse because he actually, I guess, he was feeling a certain way about Michael Johnson's comments. He was feeling a little bit jiggly, and he actually commented back, bless the Lord. Yes, bless, man. Bless, you know what I mean? Bless, man. Hopefully you pray a lot. You know what I mean? If you don't pray a lot, then good luck to you guys, okay? Good luck to you. All right, stop repeating yourself. Broncos, you can get the fuck out of my chat, okay? I could keep repeating myself if I want to. All right, you won't do shit about it. And you can't do shit about it. All right, so shut the fuck up and get out of my chat or get out of my motherfucking page. All right? I pray every day, man. That's good, man. That's good, man. Pray every day. The more you pray, the more things, that will come your way in a positive aspect. Okay. What's up, OE? What's good, Mars? How you doing? How you doing? Hopefully you having a good one, man. Happy New Year's. I don't know if I saw you, in my past video in 2025. This is my second video. So if I haven't told you Happy New Year's, man. All right, hold on a second. Bam! I hate annoying people. Annoying people are just so fucking stupid to me. You know what I mean? If you're up on here, you know what I mean, acting stupid and shit, you're gonna get kicked out of here quicker than a son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Yes, that's true, my brother. Yes. You gotta pray a lot, man. You gotta pray a lot. Positivity will come, man. Positivity will come. Good karma always comes if it comes with a genuine heart, guys. Happy New Year's, bro. Yeah, man. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, man. But yeah, Jamal Hill actually followed that up after Michael Johnson had said his comments. And how long you been streaming for? 7 minutes, going on 8. And this is what Jamal Hill says. He basically blasts right back at Michael Johnson and says, they keep you around. They keep you around to get slept by debut fighters. That's basically what Jamal Hill says, as like a dagger, a low blow to Michael Johnson. I just don't understand the drama. Michael Johnson was telling the truth, man. I mean, I don't understand why Jamal Hill doesn't see that. Sometimes football players be throwing hands. Yeah, sometimes football players do be throwing hands, man. They sometimes do be throwing hands, for sure. For sure. I honestly think, man, I hope Jerry Prohaska, kicks and caves in Jamal Hill's, forehead. You know what I mean? Basically, kicks his head into the second row. And I'm hoping Michael Johnson is there to pick it up. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we get to see that live. Okay, live for the pay-per-view. Hopefully that pay-per-view is still together. I've been hearing some rumors. I won't put those rumors out. You know what I mean? But I've been hearing some rumors about UFC 311. So I'm just hoping everything stays intact because this card is fantastic, guys. Fantastic. What is your favorite YouTuber? What is your favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber. I guess my favorite YouTubers would be like, I guess people that I listen to the most or I watch the most. You know what I mean? On YouTube. I guess that's the. I wouldn't necessarily say they're my favorite, but they're just. I guess yeah. Now I could say they're my favorite just because I do tend to look for their vids uh, the most. So I think one channel will obviously be it's a Knicks channel. It's called KFTV. KFTV. Um, it's for Knicks fans TV. I'm a Knicks fan. You know what I mean. I love that channel. I got a few channels that are on YouTube. There's that one, and there's another guy. I forget his name, their names. There's two more, and I forget their names. But I usually fluctuate between those three, and then my favorite, like, I guess, biggest platform video guy would have to be Vlad. I watched a lot of Vlad's videos. He interviews very well. Mine is Corey Henshin. I don't know who that is, man. I really don't know who that is. I hate Hill like everybody else, and even predicted Alex sleeping him for the first time. But Jerry is gonna have a hard fight if he keeps that same style with Hill. Look, man, that's what a lot of people believe. That's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying that Jerry Prohaska is gonna have a tough time, you know, fighting against Jamal Hill. You know what I mean? And look, guys, all Jerry needs to do is keep his hands in front of him. He beats Jamal Hill. All he needs to do is pick up his hands because, you know, a lot of the times when Jerry Prohaska gets KO'd and gets knocked out or rocked is when he usually has his hands down or he's doing something just theatrical. You know what I mean? It's doing something that usually a UFC fighter wouldn't do, right? And that's what makes him great at what he does. He's just so unorthodox. You know what I mean? Like I always say, Jerry Prohaska is like a 2.0 of Keith Jardine. I don't know if you're familiar with Keith Jardine, but he's just a 2.0 version of him. And in my opinion, I think if Jerry Prohaska could just keep his hands up, continue being athletic, you know, use that calf kick to his advantage, and use some of that wrestling as well. I really think he beats Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill is not that great. You know what I mean? Jamal Hill is nothing special. The only reason why we're talking about Jamal Hill right now and he's so relevant is because he beat, you know, Glover to get the belt, and he was able to get, you know, gold. But that was a 43-year-old Glover, guys. Okay, Jamal Hill at best is a street fighter, at best. Okay, and if you watch him fight, the guy drags his back foot. Guys, the guy drags his back foot like it's a tail. Okay, I'm not joking with you. Go watch his fights. He drags it. So it shouldn't be that hard for an athletic Jerry Prohaska to cave in his head, and I'm hoping so. 100%. I think if he just keeps his hands up, he KOs Hill. That's what I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping he uses that. I'm hoping he uses his athleticism. You know, I'm hoping he uses all of his abilities just to beat Jamal Hill because Jamal Hill needs to be humbled. Okay, Jamal Hill needs to be humbled. He can't even take advice. You know what I mean? Here goes a guy in Michael Johnson who's speaking truth, you know, and telling him, man, you know, it's bad enough that, you know, you got knocked out by Alex Pereira, and you know, and it's bad enough that you haven't shut up about it, and you're fucking delusional talking about that. You know, he fucking did voodoo, you know, and put Tony Ferguson, you know, fucking sand in your eyes, and reappeared and disappeared like Vegeta, and that's the only reason why Alex Pereira was able to knock you out. Like Jamal Hill he's delusional. He makes me sick. And here goes, you know, Michael Johnson telling him, yo, it's bad enough that you're doing all this theatrical shit, and now you're just making yourself look even worse. You know, doing it in a professional setting at the UFC PI, it just doesn't make you look good. Actually, it doesn't make any of us look good. as a UFC MMA community. That's all Michael Johnson was saying. Excuse me, I was gonna say Michael Jackson, but we're talking about Michael Johnson. Yeah, so I'm pretty much done with Jamal Hill, man. There's nothing more to say about the guy, especially after these comments. You know, they keep you around and get slapped by his debut fighters. That come on, man, come on, like that, come on. Yes, I hate when Hill does that dragging. LOL. I don't see how he gets away with that. Alex exposed that part of his game. He really did. He really did. Like I said, man, at best, Jamal Hill is a street fighter, guys. At best, Jamal Hill is a street fighter. He is nothing special, man. You know, the guy's walking around like he beat. He got Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill, guys, excuse me, is walking around here like he beat John Jones. You know what I mean? Like he beat John Jones, and you know, that's not reality, guys. The reality is he beat a 43-year-old Glover who was bound to retire. Okay? Yo, Jamal Hill makes me laugh. Like, literally, he makes me laugh. Okay? I need an inhaler right now because I was laughing so hard there for a minute. Because just the thought of Jamal Hill having a conversation with someone and telling him, yeah, man, I beat John Jones. And it's like, bro, what reality are you in? You beat Glover, 43 years old, bound to retire, you son of a bitch. It was embarrassing when he said to Jerry, you got completely outmatched, got caught. I literally, I made a video about that. The guy had me bawling. The guy had me laughing. You know what I mean? He was like, you got, and in my response, I'm like, bro, the two times that Jerry Prochazka, you know, got in the octagon with Alex Pereira, he lasted longer than Jamal Hill did. Are you kidding me right now? And not only that, but he actually landed punches. It was actually a competitive fight. It was actually a fight. You know, there was punches thrown and landed, guys, in both parties. But for that Jamal Hill fight, I mean, the guy, oh God. He tries to make sense of stupidity, and the guy is just, he's stuck in the mud, guys. Jamal Hill is stuck in the mud, guys. Okay? Fucking embarrassing, bro. He is embarrassing to all of the UFC community and all of the UFC fighters. Okay? The guy is a bully. All right? You can see it. You can just plainly see it. The guy's a bully, man. And you know, when bullies get humbled, they cannot take it. And that's what you're seeing right now. And you seeing the biggest crash out of 2024. And if he doesn't stop, it might be the worst crash out in UFC history. Because if he gets knocked out by Jerry Prochazka after all the shit that he's been talking about, Alex Pereira got lucky. Guys, we might just see Jamal Hill just we might see him on the news, guys. We're gonna have to watch him carefully. We're gonna have to keep an APB on that son of a bitch. I'll tell you that right now. Because if he loses against Jerry Prochazka in the way and the fashion that I think he will lose in that fight, I think we're gonna have to, guys. We're talking mass shooting. guys, we really gotta watch out for Jamal Hill, man. All right, because he's already delusional. He's already on edge. Okay, you heard it here first. Hill is an embodiment of not being able to take criticism. Motherfucker is so delusional. Yeah, if Jerry KOs him, he's going full. I'm telling you. I also be pissed if I had that tattoo on my chest. My point exactly, guys. My point exactly. Who you have to be a jackass to get that tattoo, and you have to be a bigger jackass to even to even be the tattoo artist to do it. Because if I was a tattoo artist, I would have told him, "This is stupid. This is dumb. What you're gonna be at a party and be like, yeah, this guy is cool. Which guy? The guy with the thumbs up on his chest. Like that is uh just as delusional as he is, to be honest. Got those Mickey Mouse gloves tattoos. Did you? It's amazing. It's amazing. The guy, man. I just can't wait. I cannot wait for Jerry Prohaska to just knock him out, man. Just knock his ass out, bro. Take out his Achilles heel. Take it out. You know? Straight up. I need to see that. I need to see that in 2025. Early 2025, guys. I need to see that. Honestly. Excuse me. We're still like 16 days away from this event. But yeah, I wonder how much the tickets cost. Let's check out the tickets, man. This is gonna be held in Inglewood. Inglewood. Let's see what they got in Inglewood, California. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. I'm talking, wow. Holy shit. Guys, I'm talking, you're in the motherfucking parking lot. That's how far you are. I'm talking, you're way up there. To watch the fight, you can't even watch the fight at this location in this arena. Okay, you can't watch the fight. The only way you're watching this fight is by a jumbotron. That's how far you are from the view of the octagon, guys. You're paying well over $800 to go to this fight, and you know taxes hella over there in California. So I won't be going to this event. No way, no way. These tickets are ridiculous. I hope Jerry KOs him too, because the amount of shit he's gonna talk if he wins, he's gonna be crazy. We'll never hear the end of it. That can't happen, guys. That can't happen. I need Jerry Prohaska to beat this guy. I need him to humble him. All right, on this green earth, on January 18th, 2005. That Saturday night, Jerry Prohaska would cave in Jamal Hill's face, and it'll be game over for Jamal Hill. And we will see the continuation of Jamal Hill's worst crash out. Yes, I never understood that. I'd rather be comfortable on my couch and with snacks if I don't got good seats. My point exactly. My point exactly, man. I have shit. My fuck out of here. My TV. My screen is a jumbotron. My screen is damn near 200 inches. Okay, I'm dead serious. My screen is a fucking wall. All right, there's no way I'm trading that shit in. That type of view. Every fight that I watch, I'm in the fucking stadium. That's how big my screen is. Okay, I am there. You can't tell me I'm not there. With that and my surround sound, I am there. Me and Joe Rogan are having full-blown conversations in my house. I'm dead serious. So there's no fucking way I'm gonna trade in those seats that I have in mi casa for some $800 seats in the parking lot. They ain't no way. They ain't no way. Hell no. What's up? What's up? Yeah, on TV is always the best view. No cage in the way or anything. Exactly. No cage in the way. You know what I mean? No fans, spilling a drink or their food on you. No situations happening around you where you can't really pay attention to the fight 100% because you got to watch everybody. You got to be on your P's and Q's because there's so much going on. There might be 3 fights happening at once in a crowd. Guys, I'd rather stay home, comfortable, all right, with my 200-inch screen. All right, having full-blown conversations with Joe Rogan and Dominic Cruz. Okay, calling in Anthony Smith through the headphones. All right, I'm telling you, I am in the game like EA Sports. 200 inches. I mean, yeah, I don't know how many inches it is, to be honest with you, but it's fucking huge. It's humongous. Like if I was to put on a UFC event right now, right, they will be my size. All right, their head will be just as big as mine. It will be it's huge. It's huge. It's huge, man. Best seats in the house, guys. How long you been on live? I've been on live for 26 minutes, man. 26 minutes and counting. Going on the 27th minute. All right, we're talking, the main topic was Jamal Hill and his delusional ass, and how he's basically having the worst crash out of 2024 going into 2025, and Michael Johnson basically called him out and basically stated that you're making yourself look like a clown, and not only that, but you're making the MMA community and the UFC fighters look like a clown with what you did at the UFC PR with Alex Pereira. And, basically his response was, typical jackass Jamal Hill, typical. But that was the gist of all of this. But we're beyond that now. We're going on the 30-minute mark almost. And you know what happens at the 30-minute mark. We could talk about whatever the fuck we want. Show us the TV. I will not be showing you the TV. All right, that's not happening. All right, that's not happening. Just take my word for it, guys. Just take my word for it. All right. You gotta watch my past videos. Watch my past videos when I'm commentating live. When I'm commentating live pay-per-view events, you can actually see how big my TV is because of my head positioning. I'm actually sitting just as I am right now, and you can see how I'm like this. I'm like looking at a fucking wall. Like, you go watch my videos as I watch pay-per-views and I do when I do play-by-play. All right, go watch it and you'll see just by me watching it, you're gonna be like, yeah, he's watching something huge. Just take my word for it, guys. I have nothing to prove. Okay, I have nothing to prove. All right, I'm not out here trying to show off anything. Okay, I'm really not. All right, I have nothing to prove to nobody. All right, if I tell you something, take my word for it, and if you don't, hey, it is what it is. All right, it is what it is. My 72 inch is too far away, so not paying 800 ticket. Hell no! Fuck the $800 tickets. This is ridiculous. They basically making these the UFC used to be a friendly sport, but now they're making this in a way where you gotta be some type of, you gotta have some type of income and good at that. To be a UFC fan, man, a mixed martial arts fan, and it's expensive in general just to be a part of mixed martial arts, you know what I mean? If you want to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that's expensive. If you want to do some kickboxing, Muay Thai, that's expensive, you know what I mean? To buy the gloves, the equipment, all that, plus personal training, it gets really expensive, guys, so, yeah, man, it doesn't look like it's getting any cheaper, guys. Bro, my leg got kicked stiff in kickboxing. Walked the cripple for almost a week. Yeah, man, that's gonna happen, Mars. That's gonna happen, man. You know what I mean? But don't worry, don't worry. Soon enough, those kicks are gonna be, they're gonna get, you're gonna get used to that type of pain. However, I don't know if you're training your shins. You know what I mean? Like I've given you my example of how I train my shins, and like I said, you know, if I was, you know, I went to Home Depot. I bought a circular pole. You know, it was long. I dug a hole. I put the circular wooden pole you know, in the hole, and I kicked it. I kicked it repeatedly. You know, both legs until, you know, basically I couldn't kick it anymore because, you know, the pain was too excruciating. So yeah, but I tell you what, till this day, if I was to, like I always say, if I was to knock on my shins, so this is my table. If you hear that, that's a wooden, hard ass table. And if I was to knock on my shins, you will be amazed. You'll be like, damn, it sounded like you just knocked on your table. And it's because I trained my shins. I trained them. All right. And you should do the same. How do you know he doesn't? It's definitely believable. I know people with ones that big. Yeah, for sure, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I'm not out here trying to, you know, trying to prove anything out here, man. I tell you, you know, what it is, and you take it, you know what I mean, as is. And if you don't believe me, hey, I'm not out here trying to prove it to you. I'm not gonna be out here, you know, showing my place. That's just not something that I'm gonna do, guys. Guys, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, guys. Okay, like and subscribe. I appreciate you. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up. So, like I always say, you might as well motherfucking do it. Alex Pereira kicks. Yeah, man. That guy, Alex Pereira, I wouldn't want to take one of his kicks. I'll tell you that much. Especially at his size, he would definitely break my leg for sure. How do you condition your thighs? Um, well, I really didn't really condition my thighs. You know what I mean? Like that just has to, the way the way you can minimalize a kick is by stepping into, you gotta, so like you gotta time when the kick is coming, and when the kick, when you see the kick, you also gotta, you know, you also gotta adjust your body to, you know, minimalize the impact. So the way you minimize the impact for a kick to your thigh or to anywhere on your leg is by stepping into the kick. So if you step in with your, putting a lot of pressure to that front of your toe, that front part of your ball of your foot in the front, if you put a lot of pressure there, it kind of hardens it hardens everything. You know what I mean? It hardens your calves, it hardens your leg, it hardens your thighs. Is not like your thighs won't jiggle at that very moment because everything is hardened. You know what I mean? You're stepping in, you know? So if you time it and they kick you, boom, you're like minimalizing the impact. You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get kicked regardless. But you're gonna minimize the pain. And that's what I used to do. You know what I mean? There is no, like, for me, there wasn't no like conditioning the thighs. You know what I mean? That's not like a bone. That's more, that's just, you know, that's like fat almost. You know what I mean? Like that's not something you can really condition like an elbow. You can condition an elbow to get, you know, sharp and hard. You can condition your your knuckles um to to uh to feel heavy and to feel harder than a usual knuckle. You know what I mean? Those are pinpoints that you want to harden. But your thighs, that's something that's vulnerable. But yeah, we're living better than previous kings. Like I say, man, yeah, we definitely living better than what kings were 200 years ago. Maybe not 200 years ago, but 400 years ago for sure, 100%, guys. All right. And, you know, in 1729, you know, when everything was running wild. All right, guys, guys, people didn't have toilets. People don't have running water. It was very, very scary. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to be wrong. Yeah, but Yeah, guys, that's how I approach things when it comes to mixed martial arts. Now I'm a lot older now. You know what I mean? You're not gonna catch me sparring. You know what I mean? That's not something you're gonna catch me doing. You know what I mean? I'm more. I like doing Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I like doing that just because it's something that I could continuously do as I get older. Um, but yeah, you won't catch me sparring anymore. That's for damn sure. The days of getting hit in the head are over. That's over for me, man. I've done football very young. Uh, Done a lot of that, a lot of sports, a lot of sparring, and yeah, those days are over, man. Cause the trainer was telling me to kick him in the thighs as hard as possible, and he didn't feel shit. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, and not only that, but you gotta also you gotta also think. You're very new. You're very from what you're telling me. You're very or what you told me. You're very new. You're very fresh to kicking. So even your kicking is not gonna be sharp. You know what I mean? That your whole mechanics of kicking has to be trained. It has to be trained to the point where it's second nature. And when that comes, that's when you're gonna start seeing, you know, uh, you're gonna start seeing the difference. You know what I mean? You're gonna start seeing the fruits of your labor. Um, but yeah, yeah. In the beginning, you're gonna have a lot of that. You know what I mean? I remember early on hitting people straight clean in the face, and I was thinking I was gonna knock people out, and that wasn't happening. So you know, it is what it is, guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We passed the 30-minute mark, so we could talk about whatever the hell you want. All right. Like I always say, it takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well fucking do it, guys. What do you think, YouTuber Wes Watson? I don't know about that. I don't know about him. Thoughts on UFC 311? I was just talking about UFC 311. UFC 311 is most likely, going to be one of the best cards of 2025. And I'm so glad it happened so early on. I'm so glad it happened so early on because uh, the reality is, you know, I've seen cards fall apart. So the further away this card goes, the more reasons why things can go wrong, right? So we're just a few weeks away from this. So I'm excited for UFC 311. I'll be watching UFC 311. I'm most likely doing a live play-by-play for UFC 311. So keep you posted on that, guys. Keep an eye on that one. I don't know. I don't know who's Wes Watson. I don't know who that is. What do you think of Alex next fight? Is if he does if he said it's not Uncle Live? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who Alex fights. To be honest, I really don't know who Alex fights. Uh, Maybe it's Tom Aspinall. Maybe the UFC wants to put that fight together. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. John Jones wants $30 million to fight Tom Aspinall. Dana White said he's not putting the Alex Pereira and the John Jones fight together. John Jones said all he wants is the Alex Pereira fight. He's willing to vacate the heavyweight title and fight him for the BMF title. I don't know what's going to happen. But I tell you what, the heavyweight division is in shambles once John Jones finally walks away, which I already think he already has. And, the flyweight division is in shambles. The women's bantamweight division is in shambles. The UFC is in trouble. And they just had they had tryouts for the UFC Ultimate Fighter. It's going to be the flyweights and what was it? flyweights and welterweights. Yeah, I believe that's what it was. And that sucks because now I don't even know who the fuck is gonna be the coaches. Uh, do you think there'll be more attacks this month? Ah, man. Um, you know, I try to stay away from that shit, but somehow, you know what I mean, it always finds itself in my feed, you know what I mean? Like something about something always falls upon my fucking feed, and I ended up seeing like, the whole New Orleans situation. Um, and then now the whole I believe there was a shootout in some club in New York, or multiple people were dead on that one as well. Um, yeah, I don't know. Most likely, you know what I mean. Most likely, it's gonna be more. Which is sad, man. Which is sad. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? I really don't understand it. Just to be real, they ain't nothing that's gonna interrupt my peace. You know what I mean? There's not anything in this world that's gonna interrupt my peace. The only way you're gonna interrupt my peace, and if you stupid enough to do something to harm, somebody that I love. If he's stupid enough to do that, you know what I mean, you disrupt my peace at that point, then anything goes. You know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, that's stupid, man. I just think when things like that happen, it's stupid. It's dumb. I don't understand it. I ain't trying to understand it. If you try to understand it, you're gonna catch yourself being crazy. So yeah, I don't know about that, man. Uh, Conor will be an old ass man when he returns. Conor McGregor is not returning to the UFC. Conor McGregor is, yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen with Conor McGregor, but I'll tell you what. The UFC, they're ending their contract is soon to end with ESPN. So I'm wondering where they're gonna go. I'm wondering if they're gonna go to Netflix. You never know. What it be John Jones? That'll be wild. Uh, You never know. It can be. It's a possibility. Jones just wants to take Alex down and submit him. I mean, you have to understand one thing about John Jones. If you watch every John Jones fights that you know go watch every John Jones fight, and he always proves something. They said a lot of people said that this guy was gonna out wrestle him. He went in there, out wrestled him. They said, this guy is gonna outstrike you. He's gonna knock you out. He went in there and outstruck and stood in the pocket with him. So I mean, I don't. I mean, eventually, yeah, I see him taking down Alex Pereira, but that's a, that's a, you know, he first got to put hands on Alex, and close the distance, and that's hard enough. Flyweight should just be canceled, in my opinion. It's never been able to really sell. That's sad, man. That's sad as fuck. You know what I mean? I mean, that's fucking sad, bro. In my opinion, just because, I mean, the flyweight division, they have some of the best martial artists out there. Especially if we're talking, technically, man, the flyweights are the best. You know what I mean? When we're talking technically, um, man, if they close that division down, that's a disgrace. That's sad. UFC may renew the deal. I don't think they're gonna renew the deal with ESPN. I don't think that's gonna happen, guys. I don't think so. Who do you got, Umar or Marab? Uh, you know, you know, you know who I got. You know, I have to pick I have to pick Marab, man. I have to pick Marab. That's most likely who I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna stick with that. That's gonna be my decision. Yeah. Is anybody putting money? Is anybody betting in UFC 311? Is anybody putting money down, putting that cheddar down? All right. And if you are, let me know. Let me know in the chat. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I've been on for 45 minutes, guys. 45 minutes and counting. There's nobody else doing this right now, okay? Especially at this time, all right? Appreciate it. What do you think of the light contact karate tournament? I never watched it. Never watched it a day in my life. I don't even know what you're talking about. But from the top of my head, I think I know what you're talking about. I probably saw like maybe like an ad for it on YouTube or something like that, and I skipped over it. But yeah, never watched it. Never want to watch it. Never thought it would be entertaining. It might be entertaining to some people, but definitely not entertaining for me, man. You know, that's just the truth. The way Marab handled Henry locks it in for Marab to take it. Two different types of wrestlers. If we're talking wrestling, two different type of wrestlers. Um, and Yeah, Marab is he's a beast. Marab is a beast. I got Marab too. Hey, Khabib helping Umar with the blueprint. Yeah, he could help him. He could help him. He could draw up the boy. He could get he could get all the best fighters to draw up the best blueprint, but none of them are gonna go in there in the octagon and perform for him. You see? That night, Umar got to go in there and take that blueprint that his cousin drawn up for him, and go in there and try to prove that he's one of the best. And I don't know, guys. I think Marab is gonna clean house. That's my opinion. Uh, I may bet on it. I've been recently just betting on NFL games, but I might try out UFC betting again. Yeah, I'm definitely not betting on NFL games. I don't even watch the NFL anymore. Just to be honest, my New York Giants suck. They're gonna get the first round draft pick. That's what I've been hearing. So if they get the first round draft pick, they're most likely gonna get a good quarterback because that's what they need. Um, what else? I don't watch the NBA at all. The only time I watch the NBA is to, I'm just being honest, is to watch my Knicks. I only watch Knicks games. So whatever their opponents are, that's the only reason why I'm watching them is because they're playing against my Knicks. Yeah. Anything else, I'm not watching it. I could give a shit about it, honestly. When it comes to NHL, the only thing I'm watching is the Rangers. Okay, occasionally I'll catch the highlights of the Islanders, but it's mostly the Rangers, guys. And then when it comes to baseball, there is no baseball. Let me see. Let me see. Like the Olympic light touch stuff. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I believe Islam is better than Khabib. If we talking full skill, Khabib did more wrestling. Islam actually has some stand-up game. Yeah, maybe I agree with you. Khabib wrote the game plan for his cuz to win. Uh, Even if he wrote it, he still got to go in there and perform it. And I don't see him winning, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me that motherfucking thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys, like I always say. Like I always say. All right? What is the premise of your channel? The premise of my channel, so my channel, it has a description if you go into the details. of this channel if if you want to, but I'll give you a little gist about it, okay? I've been watching UFC since 2003. UFC, the Ultimate Fighter, mixed martial arts, okay? Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, okay? And I just typically talk about UFC, news. I talk about UFC news, UFC topics, anything that's pertaining to UFC mostly. However, I do, occasionally bring up mixed martial arts, other organizations as well, occasionally, but that's not the main topic. The main topic will have to be, UFC mixed martial arts. But yeah, after the 30-minute mark, on my lives, I usually, start bantering with the live chat, and we start talking about whatever it is, that we're talking about. That's basically the gist, the premise of this channel. If I had to ball it up and serve it to you. Heard? New York Giants all the way, win or lose. Yeah, man, me too. You know what I mean? Me too. New York Giants fan, die hard. You know what I mean? New York Knicks fan, die hard. Rangers fan, you know what I mean? It's just, unfortunately, Giants are awful. And the Knicks, we on top of the game now. We ballin'! You know what I'm saying? So I ain't hating. You know what I mean? I like what I see. You know what I mean? What I see is what I like. Yeah, heard. I only watch UFC for entertainment. NFL is just betting for me. I hear you. Oh, cool. I love UFC. That's what's up, man. Well, if you do love UFC, this is the channel for you, okay? We are building a community here, all right? So you might as well like and subscribe, guys. And don't forget to click that bell notification because it keeps us united, okay? It keeps us all connected. Who will replace Dana in 5 years? Rogan? Definitely not. You know what I mean? Definitely not. I actually think Rogan is stepping aside from the UFC as well. He's if you've seen as of recent, Joe Rogan has he's been commentating less and less events as the years go on. So yeah, I see Joe Rogan actually not commentating at all for the UFC at some point, and at some point is coming very soon. And when it comes to Dana White, I also see Dana White walking away from the UFC as well. You know what I mean? Just because I see him venturing out into other organizations, doing other things, doing Power Slap, trying to build that organization when that organization is in shambles. That shit sucks. It's not any video highlight that I can watch of Smack that I can sit there and be like, this is a terrific sport. No, it's terrible. It's terrible to watch. It's terrible for the athletes. They're not athletes. They're just human beings getting hit in the head. And, it's guaranteed CTE, guys. Guaranteed. So when it comes to Dana White, I know who's gonna replace Dana White. Is the guy with the glasses. I forget his name, but he has like some roundabout glasses. Yeah, a lot of the guys talk about him. A lot of the guys talk about how he's the guy that they talk to the most. So I think that's most likely the guy that's gonna replace Dana White eventually, just because he's already playing the role. Guessing you're from New York. Maybe. What do you guys think of rugby? Rugby is a tough sport, man. Rugby is a tough sport. I had a teacher who did rugby. You know what I mean? I had a teacher who did rugby. He used to come into class. He freaking had bruises on his face and everything. It's a tough sport, man. Tough sport. I'm glad Wyman back in training on his social media. This guy stay bringing up Chris Wyman. Chris Wyman shouldn't be training at all. Chris Wyman should be, guys, Chris Wyman should be definitely retired. Every time he thinks about going to a gym, his wife should smack the shit out of him. That's my opinion. I can see Cormier. I don't know why, but I can see maybe Cormier. What? What are you talking about? Rogan said if Dana leaves, he leaves as well. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna leave. He's already leaving. Like I said, he's already leaving. Hunter. Let me look. Let me just make sure. I don't wanna say. Let me see. I don't want to say any names here. Let me just make sure. Hunter Campbell. Hunter Campbell, businessman, lawyer. Yes, yes, Hunter Campbell. That's the guy. That's the guy. That's the guy that's going to replace Dana White for sure, 100%. Guaranteed. Mark my words. He's already playing the role. All right? And Dana keeps lying about Slap's numbers like we're going to buy it. Dana White lies about everything, guys. I've watched this guy for years. Dana White he continues to lie and lie and lie and lie. All right, talking about if you gather up all the sports, if you gather up the NFL, the NHL, the NBA, the and whoever I missed, they still don't come up with the numbers that Slap has. I wanted to smack the shit out of him the way he smacked the shit out of his wife at that club. Just straight backhand his fucking ass. And then not only backhand him, drop kick him right afterwards. You son of a bitch, saying some stupid delusional shit like that. Fucking just ridiculous. Hunter Campbell. Yeah, Hunter Campbell. That's the guy. He's a businessman and lawyer. All right. Whatever happened to UFC boxing? Whatever happened to UFC boxing? What do you mean? What do you mean? What happened to it? I respect it. I respect his heart. You respect whose heart, man? Who you talking about? Oh, Chris Weidman? Oh man, I could give a shit, man. I could give a shit, man. I don't give a damn about that. All right. Having too much heart and pride is gonna give you more CTE. All right. It's gonna get you to a point where you can't even recognize, your kids. Can't even tell you can't even recognize your kids' names. You're struggling to even remember their names, guys. Keep him away from the octagon. Keep him away from the gym. Chris Weidman, please stay away. Dana will no longer take questions about Conor. He definitely won't. I don't think anybody will. I don't think anybody wants to catch any questions of Conor McGregor. They ducking and dodging Conor McGregor questions like George Bush was dodging that shoe when the lady threw it at him. Okay, just straight ducking. All right. Honest. All right. I think he means that boxing stuff UFC is supposed to be starting. I don't know. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I don't know if that's gonna happen, guys. Come on, guys. Another venture that the Dana White has. I think that means that Umar needs to save us from another post-fight yapathon. Hell nah, fuck that. I want Umar to get his head cut off. And I want Merab to place it right there on top of the octagon. You know what I mean? The octagon doors. And give it back to Khabib with his blueprints. Ferguson looks sharp on the mannequins. Man, you're breaking my heart, man. You're breaking my heart when you talk about Tony Ferguson like this, man. He's my favorite fighter, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. That's the only place he looks good at is fighting against the mannequins. Tito Ortiz, Gregor Connor. I know exactly what you're talking about. Tito Ortiz is another one of those guys. He's one of my favorite fighters too. I'm not even gonna bullshit. He was awesome on that fucking on that Ultimate Fighter as a coach. He was a fucking awesome coach, man. He was hilarious. He was hilarious, bro. That fucking season was hilarious, man. It was perfect with Ken Shamrock because Tito Ortiz just knew what to say and do to just get a reaction from Ken Shamrock, man. It was fucking hilarious. To this day, I could go watch that shit and I'll still laugh. Cause it's funny, man. It's funny. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I've been on for almost an hour, guys. It's 59 minutes and 55 seconds, guys. Okay, there's nobody else doing this out here. There's nobody else doing this out here talking about this UFC shambles shit. All right, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, please. I'm trying to build this community from the ground up. Tony, I want to see retire, but I want him to somehow go on a title run again, even though it's not possible. Now reflexes are too slow. Yeah. Ah man, yeah. His time has came and went, man. When it comes to Tony Ferguson, his time has came and went. And yeah, I'm hoping he retires as well, man. Umar already has the blueprint though from Big Cuz. He'll lose without the game plan from Khabib. He was given the answers to the test already. If you say so. If you say so. I think Merab is gonna go in there and clean house. That's what I think, to be honest with you. That's what I think, guys. And I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Yes, exactly, Zappy. Blueprint does nothing. You're in the ring by yourself when that cage closes. 100%. You are in there by yourself. All right, you can have anyone you want as your coach. We already saw Tony Ferguson. He had what's his name as a coach, and that didn't even work. All right, doesn't matter who the fuck your coach. You gotta go in there and perform. I'm still waiting for Jan to go on a title run. Damn, that's fucked up. You'd be right if Khabib wasn't helping. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. I have no idea. Let's check out the world news, huh? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Man, my eyes are dry as hell, bro. Oh my gosh. Khabib can only help so much. Umar has to do the fighting. Very true, man. Very, very true. He has to do the fighting. He has to go in there and perform. And I don't know. I think Merab is going to be a tough fight. Don't get me wrong. I gotta go watch that Sandhagen fight with Umar and Sandhagen. I gotta watch that fight again just to see if I see anything significant on Umar's part. Maybe that Merab can exploit. We'll see. We'll see. Because I didn't really watch that fight, to be honest. I watched it, but I didn't watch it in detail. You know what I mean? So I gotta watch that fight again, guys. I really do. I'm just happy nothing happened in for New Year's celebration. You know what I mean? I'm happy nothing happened for New Year's celebration when it comes to like any world events. I'm happy about that, man. I'm happy about that. Do you think O'Malley will get the title again? Sean O'Malley would not get the title again. You know what I mean? But he definitely will get a layup. He will definitely get a layup for a comeback fight. He'll win that fight, and then he'll most likely propel him right into a title fight. I can't believe you're doubting the blueprint. It's not that I doubt the blueprint. It's just I'm going for Merab, man. I like Merab. I think they don't show him enough respect. I think he's one of the most underrated UFC champions right now, and it's crazy because if you read his resume, the guy has beaten everybody. So his resume, his resume, when you look at his resume, it kind of reminds me of John Jones' resume because like he, and John Jones, he's beaten so many champions. Same thing with Merab. He's just beaten the who's who to get to where he is, and it's like people haven't recognized that yet, and it's crazy. You gotta be trolling. Yeah, maybe he is, maybe he's not. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. But guys, I've been on here for an hour and 5 minutes, man. I've been going in hard, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I gotta get out of here. I got a couple things that I have to do as well. So you guys have a good one. Be good. I'm out of here. All right, it's been good bantering with you guys. I'm most likely gonna get back on later on today. We shall see. But you guys be good. Y'all all see. True Marab's accolades speak for themselves because Marab can't see, bro. I subscribed. Thanks so much for your subscription, guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys be safe. Have a great new year. I'll see you in my next video. Hopefully nothing crazy happens in this world. And if it does, everybody's safe, guys. All right? Until next time, bless.